I feel like given that the watcher can see all time and all realities at the same time and knew exactly how this will go about, I
Mhm.
feel like the truth of the matter is none of them mattered except Black
Killmonger.
Widow and yeah, Killmonger, Black Widow,
Sure, man.
and Doctor Strange. Everybody else was there for fluff. Because
Yeah.
let's be fair, you said why pick that Thor? That's the least important Thor in all the
A
multiverse.
hundred
That it
percent.
was like, bro, what we're dealing with is a
Bottom of the
multiversal
barrel.
threat. There's nothing any Thor can do about it. Let me take the Thor niggas gonna miss the least. Like I'm
Yeah.
picking you, bro. Because if you die, nobody gonna trip, bro. That's what that had to be. He picked that Thor because he was like, fuck it. If he die, ain't nobody gonna care.
We must pay homage to him.
As far as Marvel's What If, um, so far, gotta call it my favorite. You know, people
Really, of
slept
all the series.
of all the series that have been out, or
Okay.
not like the movies and shit, but just the Disney Plus
Yeah.
series. You know, I was talking with my brother. He wasn't sure on it. Oh, it's animated. Talking to a lot of people. The part of it being animated had a lot of people sleep. But boy, did they stick they Disney dick in it. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
Man, that was fire.
Come on, bro. You
I
gonna
like
you gonna do that to Hawkeye?
Hawkeye ain't came out yet, bro. He might turn up. He might turn up. But you know, I don't suspect that. I suspect Hawkeye to be the
The
least viewed
worst.
of the shows.
But
And
come
but
on,
not
white man
because
with
Hawkeye bad.
arrows.
Just niggas ain't got respect on them.
Come on, white man with arrows. You not watching that?
Come on, bro. Because he already got to compete with Arrow. Arrow, that was a hard enough job. When before Arrow came out, I was like, "There's no way you're gonna get people to invest in a white man shooting arrows. Like nobody cares about that. That doesn't in nobody's mind." Arrow made it happen. He's fighting an uphill battle. If he gets over the hump, props to you. But I don't think anybody
Yeah.
wants to see a white guy shooting arrows.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nobody.
No.
Since Legolas, nobody.
But I'll give it to you. I think I don't know if it ranks as my favorite of the shows yet, but I will say that I watched all of them with my wife, and she did enjoy the few episodes that they had there. To me, it was just some of the stories they picked. Like I still haven't watched the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like wasting my time with it, which I
So
like
like,
about the show. I don't feel like I missed anything not watching it.
nope.
Um, but at the same time, it's like yeah, I do wish that they freed themselves up a little bit with some of the episodes to just not necessarily stick to what we know from the movies. Like
Yeah.
you can tie the movies and then run with it, but it felt like they were very focused on making sure it was
For
like
quality.
recognizable from the movies in some way. And
Hear
I
me
was like,
out.
mm,
I feel the exact same way as you, but at
yeah,
the same time, if I had to make the choice, I would have done the exact same thing as them
right,
because your average viewer needs something to kind of connect to.
yeah,
But my issue is that some of those shows, the Agent Carter one or
mhm,
Captain Carter one to be specific, they were very tame. You have the entire multiverse to deal with, right? We had a whole
yep,
episode with just zombies. You know what
yep.
I'm saying? Like you could do anything, and they was like, "We gonna make a female Captain America."
Right. It
Ah, that's
felt a
it.
very testing the waters,
Yeah,
like
you
with
know
that
what I'm saying?
episode.
I'm like, bro, y'all could have went crazy. She could have
Yeah,
did anything. Like that's why I like the Doctor Strange one because it
that
went
was great.
off the rails. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even close. It's no idea. I didn't see that coming. With the Captain
That was
Carter
great.
one, like it was just like, oh, I watched Captain America again, which was one of the worst MCU movies. You just made me watch a bad MCU movie again, and I was upset. The Doctor Strange one, the Killmonger one, I was
Yeah,
like, boy, like these decent.
yeah, yeah,
Killmonger, well, he ain't shit. He ain't worth shit, man. Ain't worth two
yeah.
dead flies.
And that's what I felt like. My thing was that team he did at the end. They had an opportunity to just like. I get that they want to bring some of them people together, but those were not the best people you would pick. I would not pick drunk, silly Thor from like universe set. You know what I mean? There is definitely from the niggas who know the comics. There's definitely a version of Thor that is like OP as fuck that he could
Mm-hmm.
have just been like, "Hey, I'm picking you, motherfucker." Like you do that shit. So
But
I'm not saying everybody needs to be replaced, but some of these weak motherfuckers, I felt like they could have just picked another OP nigga from a multiverse that they didn't make an episode about and just been like, oh, you make sense to be here.
Like
and
Gamora, they didn't make an episode about her. They was just like, we're taking you.
Right.
I feel like given that the watcher can see all time and all realities at the same time and knew exactly how this will go about, I feel like the truth of the matter is none of them mattered except Black Widow and Killmonger, Black Widow, and Doctor Strange. Everybody else was there for fluff. Because let's be fair, you said why pick that Thor? That's the least important Thor in all the multiverse.
100%.
That it was like, bro, what we're dealing with is a multiversal threat. There's nothing any Thor can do about it. Let me take the Thor niggas gonna miss the least. Like I'm picking you, bro. Because if you die, nobody gonna trip, bro. That's what that had to be. He picked that Thor because he was like, fuck it. If he die, ain't nobody gonna care.
I hear you. But yeah. No, overall it was great to watch. Like you said, I think the Doctor Strange episode from all that I watched had to be my favorite. I think the last one was just cool from a
Which
just
ones
seeing
did you miss?
The ones that I skipped were the Killmonger episode and the Peggy episode. And I believe I watched all the other ones. So those are the only ones I missed, I think.
The Killmonger episode not bad, but I mean,
yeah, I kind of heard about the story before I watched it. That's why I just didn't.
So you was like, fuck it, fair. Save you 30 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think overall it was good. Like I can't fault anybody who says this was the best of the series that they put so far. Like my thing is just I had more personal connections to some of the other ones. WandaVision right now to me is like probably the it's the second lowest.
Bro. Don't call it the worst.
It's the second lowest to me. And that's only because of the privilege in that episode. So far we've had I'm saving the bottom spot for Hawkeye, to be completely honest.
Damn, preemptively? That's disrespectful, bro.
That's I'm not buying that it's gonna be like, to me, for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was basically just an episodic Marvel movie, to like I don't see how Hawkeye can be any better than that.
Fair.
I think that's the route they're going, and I don't see it beating that one. So it's gonna be dropped on the list.
What's crazy though, I found a lot of people. At first, I thought it was just you that was kind of upset at Wanda's lack of consequences. Yeah. I think I ran into like 4 or 5 more people in real life that were upset she had 0 consequences. Right. But like I say to all of y'all and any viewer out there, what in the fuck was you gonna do? Like if Wanda did that to you, you know what she just did. And she started walking off, you gonna say, officer, arrest that woman that can manipulate reality. Like
it's a Orochimaru for sure. But like, yo, she was coddled though. I just feel like she was coddled.
What you want her to do? You want somebody to start beating her?
No, you can't change, right? You can't give her consequences. I feel that. But the fact that the story was like enabling her decisions as if, oh, we totally get it. Like Monica Rambeau came up there and was like literally like, yeah, what you did, I get why you did it. I'm like, no, nigga, I don't get why she did it. That shit was wild as fuck, bro. You went to a town and mind raped everyone there and then just left.
I think that's disrespectful of you. Monica, a trained agent, was like, yo, this emotionally unstable girl just chilled the fuck out. And all these grown white men is yelling at her, we better stop before we all end up in some shit. So she was like, hey, I get you, Wanda. I would have did the same thing and just let her go because that was the smartest move. Everybody else that would have antagonized her, y'all tripping, bro. Like that, your ass would be a slave. Like that, boy. Ain't nobody saving you. I would have just took my L and been like, all right, Wanda, call it a day. Go ahead, bro.
I just hope in the Multiverse of Madness or wherever she gonna show up in, she get dragged at least for a good little bit of time, just for those as consequences. That's it. Whatever multiversal threat gonna pop up, I just hope he give her a good 2-piece biscuit. You feel me? And then I'll be like, all right, cool, you got your consequences, motherfucker. Then you can erase all the mutants again. But anyway, Marvel What If, I would say, definitely a solid, like decent as hell for me. Like, I think anybody could pick it up and enjoy watching it. And especially if you're a fan of the movies, like you said, maybe the animation gives you some hesitancy. But like if you sit through and watch, there's definitely going to be at least 1 or 2 episodes that will resonate with you. Like that you'll be like, oh, I enjoyed. So it's worth the watch.
I want to give it a lit But because, as I mentioned before, they played too safe with such an open concept, I got to bring it down and give it a decent as hell.
Yeah.
It could have been lit.